It's The Big Show, episode 332 on the couch. I'm Jason.
I'm Anna.
What is the date? December 27th, maybe?
6th.
It's technically the 6th at 10:30 Pacific Standard. Not that these people
26th.
need to know.
I know.
But we just finished watching the interview on the YouTube.
Yeah, so either we got honeypotted by Sony, or we just
I think it's honey-dicked.
F you, North Korea? I don't really know where I'm at on this. I'm not quite sure what my role is in the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't think that North Korea actually had the ability to hack Sony.
Couldn't they have hired someone to hack?
I don't even think. I think because
Our government said they did it.
Our government's dumb. Because if you look at it, like, they got hacked a long time ago, like November 24th, and all kinds of stuff came out, and then all of a sudden it was about the movie. It was never about the movie initially. It was just leaking stuff. They think it's an internal
and I've seen
deal.
that they've been hacked before.
Yeah.
Notice I'm not calling it terrorism. You know why? Because it's not.
So, I mean, someone was saying that, like, there's this long review of this guy who does the security for DEF CON, which is like the hackers show in Las Vegas. And he's like, no, this was an inside job, and they thought they were going to get in trouble, so they tried to turn it into this terrorism thing.
Funny.
And so then they made it, it's North Korea doing it, it's not us.
When they figure out who did it, man, I don't know what kind of crime that person could be charged with, but...
On the other hand, it could just be Sony's marketing team doing one hell of a marketing ploy.
Right, yeah, the ultimate marketing ploy.
I mean, it didn't go to as many theaters as it was going to, but it did go directly to VOD, which may have something for it. Although it was YouTube and Google Play, so I don't know how many... I mean, I had to go out of my way to rent it on YouTube and then stream it from your computer to the Apple TV to even make it worthwhile, but... We did rent it.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
And it was very funny.
It was really funny. It starts out really slow. Like, the setup is kind of long. And
although I think his interviews with, like, Rob Lowe and Eminem, they're funny.
They were, and I chuckled a few times, but once they get to the CIA, it gets funny and stays funny. And then there are some scenes that are so funny. Like when Seth Rogen has to sneak outside of the compound the first night they're there to go get a package that's being delivered. And he encounters a wild animal.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was funny. It was very...
I laughed.
It was very
so
crude.
hard.
But,
so
you know,
crude.
it was a Rogen Franco buddy movie. And it was...
And I haven't seen... Honestly, I haven't seen many of theirs. I've seen This Is the End, which I thought was really funny and also really crude. And this one is exactly that. And you know, and Franco Taki and Seth Rogen. See, I don't even know their characters' names, but Franco Taki and Seth Rogen.
Skylark.
Through dealing with the animal that is out in the meadow. The patch, as he says. Oh my God. Oh, it was so funny.
If you get an opportunity to go to it or rent it, it's highly recommended, and it's the American thing to do, evidently.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
I don't know either.
I thought it was really funny. So I would definitely give it a high mark. I mean, we were just probably going to only rent it anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I wouldn't have seen it in the theater as it was, but I was definitely interested in it, and I wish they would do this more often with movies, is make them available for rental immediately or almost immediately, because we would watch them. We would give them that money, and I bet there's a lot of people out there who would, and we would get more viewership with their money.
Yeah, but the theater chains don't want that because they see it as a threat to their business, which is not selling tickets; it's selling popcorn.
Selling, concessions. So. But yeah.
So, anyway, it may happen.
Clara.
So there's that review. Short and sweet, and definitely very, very crude and funny. And you saw another new movie today.
I saw Annie today, which was starkly different.
Do we call it Black Annie, or is it just Annie?
Just Annie.
That's what they're going after. I'm just going to be honest.
Black Annie? Oh my God.
I don't know if it is, but
yeah,
I'm going to be blunt.
It was like they put everything in it and nothing hit the edit room floor, and a lot of it should. And also, Cameron Diaz is horrible. She's awful. She was poorly cast in this role. And I think there was a joke, like, about she
Did Carol Burnett roll over in her grave?
Oh my God. the character used to be in CNC Music Factory, and they had a fake singer, right? Mm-hmm. And right before she went on the Arsenio show, they fired her. And so I don't know if that was like she couldn't really sing, because she can't sing. She has a terrible voice in the movie. And so I was really confused by that. I think there was a joke there, but I missed it.
Elliot liked it better than the original.
Yeah, she really liked it. And that's fine. But it was terrible. And there's a whole like dumb plot device. Like, I'm just going to spoil it for you because it's so bad.
So what is it? Like, who is Jamie Foxx?
Well, he's Daddy Warbucks. He's Mr. Stark, and he owns a cell phone company, and he doesn't have time for people or family because he's making money, and he's running for mayor. And so she goes running out past him as he's taking a walk for whatever reason, and
a rich man walk.
Yeah, rich man walk, and she falls down, almost gets hit by a van, and he picks her up, and somebody takes a picture, and then it goes crazy, and his publicist guy, who ends up being a bad guy, wants to capitalize on it, and Annie's all, into it too. She's like, you should have me come live with you. And so he did, and then, of course, he liked her, and then, oh my God, it turns out she can't read, which was a very small and unimportant part of the movie, but they kept it in there. And,
so you're saying they could have tightened the movie up and made it better?
Oh, they could have tightened... I don't know if they could have made it better, but they could have.
That's the question. Does it matter?
They could have tightened it up. The only thing that was really funny that Elliot didn't like or didn't get was that he takes her to a movie, right? They do that in the original one. He takes her to a movie premiere, and it's like a Twilight type movie, right? Like clearly like a juvenile fiction series.
Moonquake Lake?
Divergent, yeah, that kind of thing. And it's Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher and
Rihanna.
And all you see is little different snippets of it, and they're like, and Jamie Foxx is like, I don't understand, what is going on? And they're like, she's crying her moon tears, and she's got like these glowing blue tears coming out of her face. Mila Kunis does. That was really funny, and it
was so weird because you started saying that, and I'm like, oh my God, I've seen that movie. Because like somewhere last week or 2 weeks ago, like this fake trailer for a movie with Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, I'm like, why did they even make this? What is this? And it made no sense. And Rihanna was coming out of a lake or something, but it was the cutout.
It was the moon tear show. Anyway, that was really funny, and I laughed pretty hard. And I was the only person in the whole theater laughing really hard at that, I think. And some kids clapped at the end of the movie, and it had the songs, and
But it wasn't an orphanage because they don't have orphanages like that anymore.
It was, no one cares for you a smidge when you are a foster kid. Yeah. They added a couple songs which were just rotten. There's Jamie Foxx singing in a helicopter about how the city is yours, and you're like, didn't you win an Oscar? What are you doing? And Rose Byrne is in it, and she's fine. She's
I like her.
Pretty strong, but like so just kind of vanilla, and boring. And she's Rose Byrne. I mean, she can be so stinking funny, and so that was kind of funny.
Well, yeah, Rose Byrne is so weird because she's in X-Men First Class and she's kick-ass, and then she's in Bridesmaids.
I know, and
and she's stuck up and funny. So.
Yeah, I know. She's. I like her. She's versatile, that's for sure.
So, would you rather talk about The Wolf of Wall Street or Divergent?
Oh, let's just go through both of them real quick. Okay, so The Wolf of Wall Street, I hated that frickin' movie.
It's on Netflix. I kind of liked it.
I hated that movie. And the only reason I watched it took us 3 nights to watch it because it's so effing long. And the only reason I stuck with it and watched it to the end was because I thought he was going to go to jail and pay for all of his...
He did.
Oh, barely.
They arrested him at the end.
He went to fancy prison. Like,
yeah, he's a fancy man.
He didn't even care, and now he's rich again. And by the way, his son is on Facebook. Like, I found his son on Facebook. I didn't friend him, but he's a douchebag just like his dad. Oh my God, it was just disgusting. I hated it.
I thought it was very interesting. I thought
they were pigs.
Well, they are, but I think that was the whole point.
But nothing bad happened to him. I wanted his life to be destroyed. I wanted good to prevail, and it didn't.
Guess what, Anna? It was based on a true story.
I know, it's America. I know.
So how can you hate it? That's the story. They were telling the story as it happened. It's not like you can, you fictionalize it to make you feel better.
he's a pig. But I guess, no, I didn't want it. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
You didn't like it because they were snorting cocaine out of anuses.
That was disgusting. They were doing it way too often. And then, you know, I felt like it was almost an irony, right? Because they've got all these women who want to be around them because they're rich and they're doing these gross, slutty things. And I'm thinking, you know, there's all these actresses who want to be on camera with Leonardo DiCaprio and they're doing these gross, slutty things so they can be in this movie. And so I was just like horrified on two levels. It was awful.
At least we do know it was a prosthetic penis.
Right.
That Jonah Hill
had. Yeah, he was creepy too. I hated that movie.
So it's on Netflix. I thought it was okay. I thought it was an interesting look at that story. So I was a little bored. There was a lot. There was way too long.
There was a scene where he's on these Quaaludes, and it just goes forever
and on
and ever and ever and ever, and I hated it. I hate that movie.
Anyway, it's on Netflix streaming, so if you're interested in it, I would say at least check it out. There's some really good boobs in it, if that's what you're up for.
All kinds of nasty.
Divergent is on HBO, and I'm still not quite sure what I watched.
Yeah, what happened in that? So
there was
war.
You've been talking too much.
Oh.
Let me talk about this movie. I don't know what I want.
There was a war. And in order to keep everybody in control after the war, you had to go into there were four different factions. Four.
Five?
Four. Yeah, there were four
Brains,
factions.
brawn,
hippies,
and then there's the farmers.
There's the law and the government and the farmers. That's the hippies. The farmers are the hippies. And the security. Mm-hmm. That was it.
I thought there were four
Erudite.
or five.
Something. Amity. Amity is the farmers.
There's at least four. And then there's the nobodies.
Right, the factionless.
Yeah. So it was kind of confusing. They didn't really touch on it. They only touched on really one or two groups, and then the whole but the whole thing is this girl is special, right? But I don't even think we ever really realized that she's special. It's like she's just some girl who doesn't fit into one of the categories, and that's why she's special. But it's not like she has special powers, or I mean, she kind of has a different mental ability to think about things.
Well,
but it's not like she can fly or shoot a gun better or anything. It's like she can stand up to authority.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just it was just a person. She was a person.
It was a personality thing more than anything. And so it didn't make her all that compelling.
No, and not at all.
I was expecting her to be like Neo or something. Right.
And it was, I think she ultimately maybe is like Neo, but they set up this first one and it was just kind of like, what? So the whole movie
and they glossed over things like we expected to know why this was important, like why this group does this or why, and they're sort of like we're doing it and like didn't explain a lot of stuff, and I'm like, I don't even really care anymore.
Yeah, no, I heard the movie is better than the book though.
Oh, great!
So don't read the book. I wasn't going to, but
Divergent.
It was a full-on C. Just a.
Oh, I'd give it a D.
Would you?
Yeah, both of these movies
I'd give it a D.
We just recently watched, and I can't. We watched Wolf of Wall Street over so many nights in bed, and so I can't really remember what happened in that. And then Divergent, we watched, and it's already a blur to me.
As far as Wolf of Wall Street goes, I can't tell you if it's a good movie or not, but I hated it too much to be able to be objective about whether it's actually a good movie.
Wasn't it up for an Oscar?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, we didn't like American. We only watched half of American Hustle.
Right.
It was up as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know.
I don't either.
Yeah, but the interview was really funny and really, really crude, but funny. You got to be in the mood for crude, funny, and just some dirty, dirty talk from Franco. And oh god,
I loved it. I laughed really
hilarious. Hard. It was so funny. It wasn't too much. Sometimes for me, it's too much. Like Superbad was too much. That wasn't a Franco and Rogan movie, but it was. Well, they were in it, but anyway, that one was too much for me. this one was funny. This is the end. It was also very funny.
Yeah. So those are the movies we watched. We just watched Elf with Elliot for the first time.
Yeah.
She enjoyed it.
Yeah. She likes to say, I like whispering too.
So now the thing with Elliot is we have to be careful because, and we watched Home Alone with her, that it used to be that naughty language or whatever would just kind of go over her head and
she just
she
wouldn't
wouldn't
know
get
what
it.
they were saying. But now she's way picking up everything.
But now she picks it up and she tries to use it. And so now we have to make sure and tell her when it happens
Right.
that's not a bad, when someone's pissed, they're mad. But please don't say that at school.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because, and she didn't get in trouble at school, but the other day, and it was like right before Christmas break, she's in the van and she's very cheerfully saying this to me. She's ready to go, Mom, let's get the hell out of here. And I was like, what did you just say to me? And the look on her face was like, oh no, I probably wasn't supposed to. But I immediately started laughing because it was such a funny juxtaposition. And so she's like, what? So she kind of got mad at me because I was laughing at her. And so then finally I told her what happened. I was like, this is why it's funny and this is why we shouldn't say it. And I'm really glad you said it in front of me and not Miss Ingrid, your teacher. And she's just like, okay.
So now I say it to her all the time.
Right, let's get the hell out of here. Just that phrase. But, she hears her damn it a lot on The Amazing Race. But the awesome thing about that is the only people who swore on The Amazing Race who said damn it and ass were the team that she didn't like. And so it was really easy to be like, see how you don't like him and he's saying yucky words, And she's like, oh, yeah. So that was awesome because it's not always going to be that way.
Right.
But
because James Franco said a lot of dirty things in the interview.
Yeah, he did. It's hilarious.
Oh, I kind of want to say one that he said, but I'm not going to say it.
God, it's so
The Amazing Race is over. That was funny how they had the 4 teams at the end, and then they kind of snuck in there.
Yeah, and then the underdogs won.
That was kind of cool. And then The Voice, which I really liked watching The Voice this season. I didn't really. I guess
the finale was not good.
The finale wasn't good, but if a country guy makes it that far, I guess he's bound to win because everyone else is the same,
right?
Or probably split votes.
Stop.
And
That's
then
annoying, probably.
Could you guys hear that?
Yeah, Jason's thumping on the chair, whatever. Anyway,
and so the country guy gets
the win.
more votes. I don't know.
Yeah, well, but Matt McAndrew didn't have a very strong finale because of that dumb Under the Rainbow. Over the Rainbow, whatever. It was such an American Idol move on Adam's part, and it was crap.
It was bad. There are so many good songs that he could have sung.
And that was not one of them. Bad. And that was wrong. It was out of character for him. I was so mad at Adam for giving him that song. It was like, and it ended the show, and I was like, nope, that did not do it for me.
I mean, he tried really hard, but it didn't work.
Yeah, but his original song was great, and that was the very unfortunate thing about all of that.
Yeah. So, well, how was your Christmas?
Right. My Christmas was good. I'm glad it's over. I am kind of ready to put everything away, but the kids are still, it's only one day after, so I think I'll just...
Amber's really going to miss the tree.
She's going to be really upset about that tree being gone, because every day she says, more tree, because she wants me to turn the lights on the tree. And she loves the tree, and she's constantly, she'll be over in another room, and then all of a sudden, like, tree, and have to run and go see it. So... we might have a Christmas tree.
So you guys, how long can you keep a tree in your house if you keep watering it?
I don't know.
We should next year we'll get one of those living trees that they come in the base with the roots.
There you go.
And then we just keep it all year round.
Just keep it.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're not divorced. I don't know if you saw on Facebook that I posted something, but some of you commented and were sad. What happened was I was stuck holding the baby. And I was really, really, really hungry, and so I kept texting.
Me.
I was texting Anna like over and over and over and over. I thought she was ignoring me. She didn't have her phone,
And he was hangry, and so his logical conclusion was that I was ignoring him, and not the most obvious one, which would be that I was
Where were you?
upstairs and my phone
Because
was
then I was like
downstairs.
doing Find My Phone, and I was making it go beep, 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 beep.
I didn't hear it. I was up in Elliot's room. I was right next door to you. I couldn't believe you couldn't hear us.
I couldn't hear you.
You were out of your mind.
I think I might have had to pee,
Oh my
too.
God, you did. You're out of your mind with
So
hangry.
then instead
you-
of doing
you
a
put
jokey post on Facebook, I did a really heartfelt,
one?
serious one.
So then I go downstairs, and my phone explodes because people are like, "What the hell's going on? Did you see Facebook?" And I'm like, "Oh God, I don't know." So then I go on Facebook. I had to answer emails and text messages from people, and I'm like, "No, he's joking. It's not a funny joke, but he's joking."
So anyway, we renewed our vows.
Oh my God.
We're back together.
That was dumb. You were so hangry that you didn't even have your filter. Like, you didn't even have your "this is a funny joke" filter.
No,
You just put it on.
I was really,
You were out
really
of your
serious.
mind. You were
I
blitzed.
was seriously mad.
Oh, we were seriously getting divorced for a moment there.
No. I just was really mad.
Oh, you upset some people. Oh my God.
Okay, it's good to know that people care
I know.
that we're together.
Yeah. But then also were people surprised?
I don't know. And then it was like no one
Some people believed it.
no one texted me. They'll go to Anna. Oh, is this true? Oh, we're so sorry for you. It was her fault, you guys. She did it to me. I'm leaving her. She's not leaving me.
Because I'm hungry.
She's the jerk, not me.
I'll be right back. It'll be okay. Oh my God.
But then she brought me some jerky, and we're back together. So anyway,
That's pretty funny.
and I'm looking forward to my mother-in-law being here for a week.
She's coming on Saturday. Tomorrow.
We're going to do a Choco Taco tasty test with her.
Yeah, it'll be great. I'm excited.
Choco Taco.
The cat really wants to come in the house, and I think we've gone on for too long now.
We've gone on for 21 minutes.
Yeah, let's be over. Let's be
That's
done.
about good. Okay, so that's everything. We probably won't talk to you again before the new year.
So Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We love
everybody.
you.
We do. We're gonna lose some weight in the new year.
I'm not going to eat any dessert until my birthday.
I'm gonna get back down to be able to fit into my summer clothes in the summer. I think I can do that.
That's good.
I get 20. Well, I have 20 pounds. I had 20 pounds before the cookies.
And then the Reese's, whatever you made, and then
20 something pounds, but that's okay. It'll come off.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yep.
Seacrest.
Out.